stuff like this, I kind of call it all. It's kind of fun, knowing that you got friends or family tuned in and watching. And I'm in the way again. But got a buddy back in Wisconsin. Had to let me know it's 70 and sunny in Crandon right at the moment, believe it or not. And no snow. Not yet, anyways. Really? Really? I'm not? Well, what the hell? Testing, 1, 2, 2. I bet you Travis turned me off. Oh, now I know he can't hear me. Oh, well. Cars are started up. Well, once again, don't forget, we've got the Weller Racing SR1 UTVs coming up next. And, yeah, I got David Peace checking in once again. Didn't snow in Crandon, but it snowed in Mammoth. Well, how come Mikey Childress didn't say nothing about that? Ain't that where he's from? Oh, yeah. Well, race fans, both here at the track and at home, we don't have a camera up here in the booth, but it's always fun to have a driver or maybe a sponsor, somebody of from the series to come up here into the booth and say, hey. And I've got the first one this afternoon, which is really cool that it's one of our younger racers. And you're going to lead the way because trying to get these old guys to come up here, some of these pro racers that come up and say, hey, it's like pulling teeth to get them to come up here. And here you did it on your own, so good job, man. And first off, what's your name and how old are you?
My name is Jaden Manchester, and I am 11 years old. 11?
Where are you from, man?
I'm from Victorville.
Victorville? Oh, this is your hometown track then, obviously.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make this real quick. You know what? I want to thank you for coming up here. Talk about your race this morning, though, because you're new to this whole off-road thing.
So today was my first race at the gas series. And I started in last because I didn't do too good in qualifying. I ended up in ninth. On the last corner, I slid a little too far, and one of the cars passed me. So yeah, I did pretty good for my first time.
So where'd you come from? What kind of racing did you do before?
I used to do sprint cars that went 70.
Wow.
So
and you like the off-road thing, huh?
Yeah, it's a lot more fun.
I call it four-dimensional. You go left and right, and up and down. So it's 4 dimensions kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But so you like catching air, huh?
Yeah, it's really fun.
So how's your dad think about it?
He loves it.
Yeah.
He has a.
Has he yelled at you on in the radios?
Not yet.
No. Not yet. How about your mom? No? She doesn't. She's not nervous about the jumps and stuff.
She is a little bit, but she knows that I have a 5-point harness, so she thinks I'm pretty fine.
Oh, good. Good for you, man. I want to thank you for coming up here and saying, hey, you can come up here anytime at all. Let's talk. Tomorrow you can do it as well. But thanks for coming up here, man.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good time.
You too.
All right. So once again, one of our young drivers from this morning. His first race in off-road this weekend, this morning. Here's our lineup real quick for SR1s. Jason Weller and Matt Land in the front row. Second row, Corey Weller and Paul O'Brien in row 2. Row 3, Dallas Nord and Nick Perry. Row 4, Gibson Darrell and Larry Hayes. Green flag is out, we're underway. Husband and wife starting front row, back row, or second row, right in front of each other. So, this is going to be good. man, oh man, look at Weller up front. That's a brand new car that Jason has out there. They had a few bugs working out in practice. Obviously, they got that taken care of, but I kind of wow the air that these things are getting. The horsepower to weight ratio in these SR1s is absolutely phenomenal, and the cars are just about as wide as they are long, which really makes it a handful for these things to turn. And I had a chance to talk to Dallas Nord, our current points leader in this class. Oh, no, I'm sorry, not in this class. In the other UTV class he races in. That comes all the way from Seattle area and races the gas series. So both him and his girlfriend are just along all by themselves, working on the cars. And
well, you know, he's a pilot, so you know it's kind of funny. It's like he drives all over the country. I'm like, why don't you fly and have someone else drive? And he goes, because I fly all the time. And he goes, I never thought of it that way.
Well, I'm kind of surprised that Corey's not further, or I should say closer to the front than she is. And I brought up the issue. How is it that Jason got the new car and you didn't, and all of a sudden the expression that she had was perfect. Like she kind of crossed her arms in front of her like this. And
yeah, what's up with that?
Yeah, kind of gave him the raised eyebrow. And holy Jesus.
Yeah, I'll tell you, that entire crew, all the people that race the SR1, just the coolest. Love them. In fact, all of our racers. We have some of the best people in the world for sure.
I don't know what it is about Abrams, but I got another buddy, Chad Pagel, checked in from Abrams, and he's just a huge, huge fan of short course off-road racing. And him and I were on a water ski team way back in the day. So he was a little guy, and I was just, even then I was an old guy, comparatively speaking. But man, what a little talent he was.
Well, speaking of talent, Jason Weller showing his talent outside. Looks like a good little gap there.
I kind of brought up the fact this morning when I was interviewing them for the website, and it's like I remember when you two first got together, me and him and Corey. You wanted Corey to have the best of everything. You wanted her to have it first. You wanted her to be, you know. What happened?
That was the honeymoon stage.
I'm like, what happened? And again, Corey kind of crossed her arms and gave him the raised eyebrow. I'm telling you, they're getting some crazy air through that infield straight away.
It comes down to who makes the sandwiches on the after this day of racing on the drive home on Sunday.
See, that never came up.
Ask him about the sandwiches next time.
Oh, I always do. That's like, and it's not sandwich, it's sandwich.
Sandwich, sorry.
Sandwich, yeah.
And look at Nord taking that inside line there, trying to get some ground on Matt Land. I should say trying to get some land on land.
Yeah, I know Dallas Nord loves driving this SR1.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's in production 1,000. I think that's what he's in. That's what he's leading points in.
Yep.
But the money he's spending on towing and 2 race cars, dude, you could like, you ever think maybe Pro Light? Oh, you had to go there. Oh, because that's kind of his dream, but he doesn't quite know if he wants to go that in depth.
I would say you'd have to probably quadruple the budget.
Not really.
Well, I mean the new spec classes they're doing and stuff like that. I know there's some older ones out there, but the maintenance, if something does happen to it, a little bit more expensive to fix.
That's the
not
thing.
just to get into.
The bodies, the fiberglass bodies and stuff.
Go through a lot of those.
Yeah, you need at least 2 guys in the crew. I tell you, Dallas is really on Paul O'Brien's tailpipe right now. Inside, outside, trying to find that spot. And it's not like you can like drag race out of the corner and beat him to the next one. This is one of those classes that are so fast, you have to plan that pass.
Yep.
3-4 turns before you get there.
A lot of strategy, like you talked about earlier, comes into play in the SR1s and in fact in racing, period. But like you said, things happen so fast. These things, power to weight ratio, they're quick, they're nimble. They're only 2-wheel drive, unlike all the rest of the UTVs we have, which are 4-wheel drive. So you got to be a little bit more forgiving able to drive a car that's a little bit
we may have something here. He's going to go for it. He's going to dive.
He almost caught a wheel in a rut there for a second.
That's the thing. In these kind of cars, and there's the comp yellow. Not quite able to pull off the pass, but so the comp yellow, our pace truck will pull out on the track, collect the field, slow everything down, get them all in line. I don't know, but thanks for tuning in to Great American Short Course, round 5 of 2021, the inaugural season.
A big thanks to all the people who have made this happen. Of course, Optima Batteries for powering the Great American Short Course Series, and companies like Off-Road Warehouse and PCI Race Radios and Louis Tozier Design, who makes all those beautiful trophies down there.
Oh, I need Optima Batteries to power my boat.
I'll tell you what, quickest starting power of any battery out there, and it's available in your favorite 6-pack sheet.
So, coming up next will be race number 8, the Silex Signs Modified Kart. And I gotta tell you, man, mod karts oftentimes are the best race of the day. Pro 2, Pro 4 as well. That's killer.
Well,
these little kids.
It's a great show. It's like power to weight ratio for Pro 2 for these little guys. But you know what? It was great. People loved them so much they started putting them in the main show.
No, you had to.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're not so. Some of these the drivers in that class aren't that little. I mean, Johnny Holter, he's what, 6'1", 6'2", and he's going
used to be 3'9".
Yeah, he's going from a pro I'm sorry, I used to call them pro kids, but a mod kart to a pro light.
Yep.
And he's driven everything on pavement. He's just a young guy trying to find his niche. As we go coming to the green flag right here. And Corey, if you're going to track down that husband of yours, you better do it right now. Just like, I don't know what the problem was yesterday in practice, but man, Jason Weller found the problem and has got it fixed, and he's gone.
Yeah, it looks like he is starting to gap now on Matt Land there. Corey Weller about equal distance back in third with Paul O'Brien and Dallas Nord. And Paul O'Brien, I'll tell you, a very talented driver there too, and big supporter here with the American Short Course Series, Silex Signs. He's the one sponsoring the next mod kart class. So very cool. Thank you, Paul.
Racer from, I won't even say the Midwest, but there's a racer checked in just a moment ago in the from the light buggy division from Canada.
Hey.
My favorite Canadian, Tom Benevenuti. Retired, I think he's a retired farmer. If not, he should be, but he's damn close to it.
How can you retire from being a farmer? Isn't that like a life commitment?
It's kind of, yeah. But he's a fire chief up there, I think, at a volunteer fire department as well. He's involved in all kinds of stuff.
Very
but when
cool.
he gets to the racetrack, he's got these little tiny Canadian pins for your lapel, and he hands them out to everybody. And such a cool guy.
They are our brothers to the north.
Oh, yeah. I think the borders are open to come south.
Yes, they are. My sister actually is now Canadian by marriage, dual citizenship, and they finally, just recently, about a month ago, she was able to come down. But we had a lot of racers. I was just out in Lake Havasu for the Jet Ski World Finals, and we had quite a few of the Canadians that came down, and they said that racing was essential enough to get out and come play.
Essential. Yeah. George Van Ziel's back watching again. Dude, where'd you go? Bathroom breaks ain't cutting it, man. Unless you really, really had to go.
Well, Jason Weller still in the lead.
How about this? It looks like Dallas Nord made the pass finally.
Getting by Paul O'Brien. Missed it on our screen there, and I don't think we're going to miss much now with this drone drop back down in behind Matt Land. Our second place, you can see Corey Weller right behind him. And looks like Nick Perry back there. Dallas Nord actually.
Nicole Rosebeiler checked in, cheering on the teammates from home, wishing we were able to make this race.
Yeah, they Rosebeilers do quite a bit with us. And
where are they from?
Trying to remember, but they play. They come out and race the SR1 class. Nick and all those guys with Nick Perry and Wellers and O'Briens and Rosebeilers, so it's very cool. It's a shame they're not here because we got a good turnout.
Yeah, this is a class that's basically kept alive, completely kept alive by the Wellers.
I'll tell you what, there's a lot of SR1s I've seen out in the dunes too. They throw paddles on those things and they're mind-blowing. The Yamaha power just will set you back. So this next time around, white flag will come out for Jason Weller. And a good gap back to Matt Land. Equal spacing back now to Corey Weller. Paul O'Brien still sitting back in that 4th place. Nord in 5th. Then you got Nick Perry there in the 77. Larry Hayes in the 75.
You got it, Jeff. You know the drill. He goes, looks like it's sandwiches for Jason Weller. See, that's one thing I failed to ask in the interview this morning. What's the bet this weekend? And yeah, I don't know. At one point in time, I think Jason's got to start asking for steaks. Oh, Nicole, they're from Phoenix. Well,
Phoenix, I shouldn't know.
Dude, really? You didn't know?
I've been on the mic for 4 days out in Havasu. My brain is gone. All I can think about is what's happening on the screen.
Checkered flag is out for Jason Weller. Whoa! And Corey. Bonsai. What? Wait, whoa! We missed something. We're in a very small room, a very small glass. Something happened. Mike Land takes the win. Meanwhile, Jason Weller went from 1st to 5th. So that really messed things up, but this has changed things drastically. Here's our top 5. 5th, Jason Weller. 4th, Dallas North. Paul O'Brien 3rd. Corey Weller 2nd. And Matt Land takes the win. And I hate not being able to see what's going on in the race course.
So sandwiches for Corey now.
Oh, I don't know if it's sandwiches or a foot rub. I don't know, but whatever she wants, she's getting from Jason. Maybe we gotta start something. Okay, he gets sandwiches, she gets a foot rub, but it's got to be done in the pits, in the public. Yeah, it's got to be done on a lawn chair in front of the trailer.
And on the internet.
Whoa! Are you kidding me? Boy, I wish we had the... Yeah, the problem is neither of them cook.
She's really good at ordering food.
So, either way, it don't matter what the reason was. Obviously, Jason was just on the rails until the last lap. But if you're going to have gremlins, I guess now this time, this is right rear flat tire. That's what I'm getting right now. But how that must have happened so fast. As they get out of the race cars, this is going to be an interesting interview. But being in a booth this small with glass and just kind of like having walls, I'm kind of looking out of a tunnel, so to speak. But man, oh man, talk about a shakeup on the last lap. So we're going to send Dave down to the floor in just a moment, talk to our top 3 finishers in the Weller Racing SR1, and what a shakeup on the last lap. I can't emphasize it enough. Jason had led the entire race and in a dominant fashion. Blew a tire on the last lap, whether it was his driving, maybe off a jump a little bit on the sideways side, tearing it up, or yeah. So there's, let's see, is that Jason right? No. Hey, Corey, as you crawl out of the car, we got Dave coming down to the podium to talk to you. Corey, can you hear me? Hugs from all around. Let's see. Corey Weller, are you able to hear me? No, not yet. Get inside the speakers. Come inside the track. Because I might have fueled something up. Hey, Corey Weller? Corey, can you hear me? Corey, I'm starting something for your benefit. Jason wins, he gets sandwiches. You win, you get a foot rub. front of your trailer tonight so the public can watch and cheer you on. Foot rub for Corey Weller. Let's go down trackside now with Dave Arnold and our top 3 finishers in the Weller Racing SR1.
All right, Scott, thanks a lot. Let's go ahead and bring Corey up here and Paul, and of course Matt pulling that one out. We looked away for a second, and Matt was like Sneaky Pete going, I'm taking advantage of it. And not this guy, Paul again. Still don't know who the heck he is. It's been a while, though. So Paul O'Brien in 3rd place, Corey Weller 2nd, Matt Land on top of the box. And it has been a while, Paul, and good to see you on the box there. And it looks like you might not have been on the box, except for some good luck.
Yeah, I owe Jason a beer. He gave me a hell of a favor there, and but I got to give him credit. I got a front row seat. He didn't give up. He was checkers or records for sure.
Well, I know Dallas was back there too, hunting you down. So you're trying to look in front, looking over your shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't have a break. I had Corey behind me for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, then there was Dallas, and all I just had was this whining 08 motor behind me screaming. It's hard to think. So it was a good race. It's been a long time since I've been up here, so it kind of feels good. Racing's like anything else. It just you gotta stick with it, and it's not easy. So these guys are all fast, and Corey, unlimited number of champions. Jason, champions. Matt, he's always been fast. So it's a very, very competitive class.
Well, I know, your wife's always helping you out, and you got all your friends. You all kind of work together to make this happen.
Yeah, we do. I got a hell of a pit crew. My wife, she does everything. Mother-in-law keeps that car clean. Father-in-law cleans the windshield. I got everybody doing everything. So thanks to all the sponsors, Weller Racing. Jason put some time in my car and got me some good data so I can actually see what I'm doing now. So hopefully that'll help. And, everybody that comes out, Gas, Lee and Poppy, everybody, thanks. You too, Dave, and good old Calvin for the prep.
Right on. You can see Paul back up here on that. Paul O'Brien, 3rd place. And then we're going to move over to Corey, and, no sandwiches. She's getting foot rubs in the pits now. Corey, what's going on? Why does he always get the new car? What happened? He used to get everything. Now it's like the honeymoon's over. What's up? Jason gets a new car.
He actually had to pry me out of Honey Badger, with this car. He's like, no, you're racing a new car. I'm like, oh, I love my car. But, it's time. That car's been beat. It's not straight at all. It's still a winning car, but it's time. It's time to move on. So, yeah, so this is the first time I've been in this one. And it's not my car yet. We're still working on some things, but it's new and it's tight and there's no weird rattles or looseness, and so it was really fun. Chasing these guys down, I'm just like, I don't even know how they're gaining on me here. I got to go look at some data because I felt really slow out there, but it was really fun. I had the catbird seat, is that what you call it, where I could see what was happening with these two, and trying to defend behind me because I knew there's a bunch of guys back there, and it was a lot. There's a lot going on, but it was really fun.
It was funny. We were watching the chat room on there. Nicole Rosepiler, and she goes, "Oh, we were through there." We're like, "Why aren't you here? Look at all these SR1s. Look at them having fun."
We totally miss you, Rosepiler. You need to be here next time. No, it was cool. It's fun always being with you guys. I'm glad as many cars showed up as they did because this makes the racing way more fun. And I have to give a huge shout out to Weller Racing. The guys are always helping me. I got Tim spotting for me. Since Jason's not my spotter this weekend. Thank you, Tim. You did an awesome job. And just everybody that comes out and helps, everybody that is fans of the SR1 class, and everybody that comes out to this series in general. This is a great series, and we're happy to be here. And huge shout out to Can-Am. They're my major sponsor. Dragonfire Racing, Full Throttle Battery, Sparco, Weller Racing, of course, Lucas Oil Off-Road, and everybody here. Thanks for watching.
And soon to be Jason's massage services. Corey Weller, everybody, the queen of UTVs, like to say. And man, talk about handed a gift, Matt Land. You're like, wow, but I'll tell you, you did not let the pressure off. You kept back there. You kept him in there. You got a little gap on it, but you had to worry about Corey. You had Paul. You got Dallas back there. You guys are sweet. Well, that's what's so cool about this class. Kind of like that true spec class.
Yeah, I mean, with it being just a stock motor, stock R1s and these things, I mean, it really becomes a setup and driver kind of class. And fortunately for us, we had the car pretty well dialed. I mean, Jason, I guess, showed otherwise in his car, but I mean, it's been fast all weekend. We tried something in practice. It didn't work out for us too well, but we got it back to where we wanted it for qualifying in the race here. And I mean, with Jason having that little bobble, I was just trying to catch up to him at that point. He had such a gap. I was kind of wondering if I was even going to get him.
Well, you know, it takes, you know, your entire crew, but the sponsors and everybody helps you get here. So I think it's time to give them a little love.
Yeah, I mean, first I got to thank my family for always coming out and supporting me and, you know, allowing me to do what I love to do out here. I got to thank Moto International for giving me a good suit, gave me better lap times, just, you know, hint, hint. I got to thank grandparents. They're always out here. My fiance watching at home with our daughter. I love you. And thank you, everyone, for coming out and supporting what we do.
Give it up for the madman there. All right, Matt Land taking the win. But again, Paul O'Brien, Corey Weller, Matt Land standing tall on top of the box here in the Weller Racing SR1 class. More racing to come. Mr. Rain, back to you.
All right, thanks, Dave. And again, I'll reiterate what he just said. Congratulations to our top three finishers in the SR1 division. And Corey,